Morning, UliLevi Omar, Bostoner Rebbe Zt, mit Shabbos HaGodel. On the night of Shabbos Kodesh, the Rebbe mentioned HaChodesh HaZelochem, that Kodesh Baruch Hu gave Klal Yisrael the ability of renewal. It doesn't decide when the month is going to be. You, as Chazal tell us, the business has the right to decide that. As you see this year, the Molad was actually on Monday, and yet they decided it's Tuesday because of certain rules of setting up when Pesach is. But we don't find the word Shabbos HaGodel. What does Shabbos HaGodel mean? We'll ask people, what's the difference? What Shabbos is coming up? They'll say Shabbos HaGodel. So in a certain sense, Klal Yisrael call it Shabbos HaGodel. We have to understand, what does Shabbos HaGodel mean? When a person says happy Shabbos, what does it mean? What's the happiness that's associated with the Shabbos? Also, why is Shabbos HaGodel unusual from other Shabbosim? So Rebbe Zt says, I thought one could explain that when you get close to Yom Tov Pesach, there's so many mitzvahs, and you make a special preparation, cleaning the house, to prepare to destroy chometz, and people work very hard at it, especially the women. Also, other mitzvahs that have to do with the festival. You do many actions to prepare for Pesach, the Chag of freedom, Yetzias Mitzrayim. It's full of mitzvahs. One could think Pesach is the highest level, even greater than Shabbos. Therefore, we say Shabbos HaGodel. We should know that Shabbos is always greater. What does Shabbos mean? Rest. It says, Ki v'yishom mikol malachto. Why is Shabbos holy? Because God rested. Shabbos teaches us that is not a time to accomplish in this world, but is not to do work in this world, rather to contemplate and reflect upon what a person's spiritual level is. That's why we say to a Jew, you should know that resting is even greater. Not doing work. Don't think that the world was meant to be worked, and that's the greatest thing, is to accomplish something in this physical world. There's 365 negative commandments, and there's 248 positive commandments. And that means that there are more negative than there are positive. And you see that not doing an Avera can lead you to many more actions of goodness than even the act of doing the mitzvahs. Chazal say, if a person is sad and he didn't do an Avera, that's the equivalent of doing a mitzvah. So it doesn't mean he sits and does nothing, but if he had the opportunity to do Avera, he didn't do it. That's what you find when people return things, or they don't take things which do not belong to them, even though they may be permitted to do so. It's called Kiddush Hashem. Pesach itself, there are more negative commandments than there are positive ones. Come Pesach, you have to eat it, and then you have all the negatives. You can't break a bone in it, you can't eat it raw, nor cooked. And Yom Tov Pesach, the emphasis, thus, we see from Pesach that the negative aspects, if a person is aware of what he should not do, it can bring him to levels that are even greater than that which he comprehends from doing. That's why we say to a Jew before Pesach, when you're working hard a whole week to clean for the house, and all the physical aspects of preparing for Yom Tov, for the women, the righteous ones, and they even cover the handles of the doors, because they're handled usually a whole year. The handles are handled by hands that have touched chometz. So you might think this is the purpose, this is the main part of Pesach. So we tell them it's true, that's part of the mitzvah. And the sweat is also counted in the mitzvah. But you should know that Shabbos HaGodel is resting from doing Averis. And it's not a concept of rest which we find in the secular world, where the busiest day in the hospitals in the nations of the world, a Friday night and Saturday night, people are killing each other because they don't have what to do. But rather, to rest, to utilize it. On Shabbos Kodesh, you should use the time to learn Torah, and you should learn Daf Yomi. You should learn with his children. You should have connection. Give quality time to his family. It's all part of this resting on Shabbos. That's why it becomes a Shabbos HaGodel. Therefore, everyone can come on Shabbos HaGodel to this rest. That's why it says, from everything he rested. Meaning, because in a sense, you can accomplish Kol Malachtoiv through the rest. May Hashem grant us, we should merit to do His will through the mitzvahs, the positive ones, and obviously by not transgressing the negative ones, and we'll be able to comprehend what Shabbos HaGodel itself means in all of its aspects, and the merit of keeping the mitzvah will become to the Shabbos of Hashem Yisborach, to bring the Korban Pesach. And even though at that year that he was talking about, it was already Shabbos HaGodel, Parsha Mitzvah, we couldn't bring yet that B'Tahara, but we should merit bringing it at the very least, even if it's B'Tumah. We should be Zocha to the Gula Shleim and Meir of Yameinu. Amen.